Friday morning. Friday morning. Oh, yes. TGIF, thank God it's Friday. And it's the weekend edition of from the TBS, the Truth Breakfast Show. And I'm waking up this morning and thinking about my West African brothers. Let's pray for Nigeria. Send your prayers to Nigeria. Yes, pray for Nigeria this morning. A lot of things happening. Remember, Nigeria have been so good for the years. Echo more. Pray for Nigeria. Good morning, folks. This is the TBS 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. It's great to serve you breakfast again. This is our final presentation for this week on a Friday. Sometime it become a holiday. It's a regular Friday. And when you wake up in the morning, looking up to the hills, thank God for the gift of life. Oh, this country is blessed. We're blessed with everything. The rain falls, we complain. The sun shines, we complain. Oh, Liberians, never let your success get to your head, and never let your failure get to your head. Never let your success get to your head, and your failure get to your heart. And move on. Wake up and keep moving. I'm Bobby Addison with our morning motivation this morning. It's Friday. Good morning to the 15 counties. The love of liberty brought us together. Let justice be done to all. It's raining cats and dogs, so we're going live this morning from room to room, house to house, one vehicle to another vehicle, wherever you find yourself, from district to county, reaching up to the borders. Good morning to my president, the president of Liberia, President Joseph Human Boykai. Good morning to you this morning. It's good you wish as well. Our lawmakers, how you doing this morning? Govern well, lead well. My name is O'Neill Roberts. And this is O'Neill Marka Davis on the Friday edition of the TBS. Yes, good morning, Marka. How you doing this morning? It's Friday.
Good morning. Friday for everybody.
Oh, Jelada, it's Friday.
Friday for everybody.
Friday for everybody.
I don't know what it means by Friday for everybody.
I'm not saying him about it because
I think it's recent though. It's not too.
Yeah, I think it should be recent because it's TGI in existing.
So it has always been, thank God it's Friday. But in recent times, social media has been very innovating.
Okay.
So every time new things coming up,
Friday for everybody.
Up, so, I just been seeing posts from some young people. They will post a picture and say, and the caption will be Fridays for everybody.
Like the 14th Street boys, then the Unity Party boys, then brought the saying on.
Yes, because CDC time we never heard Friday for everybody.
No, Unity Party boys brought this saying on Friday for everybody.
Since they used to say to Mama Marisha after the election, they just say
Friday for everybody. And guess what? This guy called Charles Collins. I don't know how many of you know Charles Collins. Charles is Charles is a very popular figure. Charles posts a lot of crazy stuff. He dragged the social media. And
the Baron too.
But Charles have friends in the CDC and his heart and soul is with the Unity Party. Yes. Jacob Jala and Charles Collins. These guys post a lot of crazy matter stuff on the social media. They're Friday for everybody. I'm sure you keep
suspending
suspending Charles Collins. Yes. See who's online. Someone is following you online right now. This person reported you. Don't call name. This person reported you on the social media. Come to bed. I saw that post. You know and I know.
I can't remember.
Who reported you?
I don't know.
Anyway, several comments coming through.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know.
I don't know.
You don't know. So a police brought you here for hearing the match. I tell you, say you don't know.
Tell the police I don't know.
Yes, but it's great to be back. It's a running edition of the TBS.
Yes.
Yeah, let's just run with it this morning because the honorable man will be just on time.
Yes, just in time. So let me say good morning to my Yahoo men. Some people,
Okay.
Good morning.
Okay.
Yeah, I understand the district. You've been having some consultative meeting
Okay.
for development in the district. That is very good. And Ta, we hope you are with the people.
Mm.
Yeah, so
You
this
say
morning,
Ta?
yeah, Ta Wongwe.
Ta on the social media.
That's my direct representative.
Ta on you. Okay, saying you want to talk a
My
representative.
representative.
Your representative spends more time on the social media than with the people in District 9.
The man can keep Leo.
That's what I'm saying. Ta when District 9 representative spends more time on the social media. I'm just saying. The Baka
Yeah, I
district,
know that's
maybe.
true.
Anyway.
Sit down with my lawmaker. Yeah, so coming up shortly, we take the health tips with David Kuti for 3 minutes this morning. Minutes, David Kuti. Yes, and then that will be followed by the review of the papers. We have a couple of papers here this morning. A lot of the editors woke up soon. I don't know whether it's because the information minister responded to the former president.
Yeah, probably.
Yes, so in our studio chat this morning, we continue. Look, we got to be serious with what we do in this country. If we say somebody is taking our resources illegally and we found that person $30 million, nobody can go and file $1 million bond and you put that person outside. In fact, we are getting information that Gaofeng and his whole crew will soon resume mining again.
Yeah.
And in fact, the lessons they have been operating on was fake. It didn't come from the Ministry of Mines and Energy.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't want to say it. That's the fact.
That's it.
And we are getting information that he's trying to resume work because there are some honor play that's going on within the cycle of government. So that 30 million fine, we want that fine to be paid in the government cover.
Yes, we'll talk about that. A report to our president will tell our president what happened.
Yes.
Yes.
And again, the LACC came out with that report yesterday. As you are aware, the deadline was July 31. So on August 1st, they came up with their report. The report is a serious discouragement to the fight against corruption, to the fight to achieve transparency and accountability in government. About 1,900 persons, only 26.5%
have declared.
Okay. This is troubling for the fight against corruption in Liberia. We'll talk about that. And for 5 minutes, I want to ask Mines and Energy what happened to the Chinese kingpin, the illicit mining lord is about to resume work or operation. We'll talk about it this morning at 8:15 to 9 o'clock. District 3 Representative, Monserrato County, Small Marba.
Already,
Yes. Oh, he's already.
It's time. They may want to to buy Nanti.
Yeah, he wants Tiawan.
Oh, Tiawan. I think Tiawan. Comments.
Yeah. Yes, Lema Bowie. These are people
always coming on time. Nana Amara for fun.
So Smo will be here. He will talk a bit about the Independence Day oration, especially the part that talk about Dr. Pele talk about the need to scrap the whole harmonization, the need to revisit a decent work act, and even increase service pay. The minimum wage should go to $250. So Smo is on the labor committee. I think the chair.
Yes, I see. It's a member of his chair, something like that.
Yes, on the labor committee. So he will be here this morning to talk about a lot of other things this morning on the show. He will also talk about the ongoing indictment in the war of wars between the opposition and the ruling on the former president.
You're trying to get an AC off for him because we'll come and rack it in the morning. Make sure you get an AC off.
And at 10 after 9, we'll bring you sports entertainment commercials brought to you proudly by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited, the Pan-African Bank. At 9:25 to 10 o'clock, a resident of Monserrato County, former student leader and political figure, Mark Timba, will be here as our guest this morning to talk about the audit reports, the indictment, ongoing arrest, detention, the hurubaru over the bill bond and all of that. I saw a text or post from one people from the CDC saying that the court has denied 2 different bonds that have been filed for the 5 officials who have indicted. But I will take side with the court because you cannot include somebody who is not under the jurisdiction of the court in a bond.
Yeah, 20 is coming country.
So
20
go file bond in the absence of the other man. You must come to court first. So that's the tool. In the midst of all country first, this is a nice breakfast for the weekend this morning.
Yes, running edition. So before Derek Cody come up, I want people to hear this one a little bit. Yeah, this is Akara's great threatening to beat.
Yeah, okay.
You can call it by. If he insult President George, we are former president by then. This is Akara's great. I just came across this file from 513. Hey,
What?
the whole life not
The
balanced.
reporter really want to know where to be, I guess.
There's no life,
In session, you will
Marka.
be in the chamber.
That today I believe they say only God know what tomorrow brings.
Right, tell you.
Yeah, now I can't say yeah, can booty. The
Yeah.
whole life now. Anyway, let's go for health. David, please do your 3 minutes. Yesterday you were almost 10 minutes. Yesterday, you almost. I mean, David, let's do 3 minutes this morning because of time. Yes, David Cote did the best job he got since leaving government. David Ernest, good morning. Welcome to the health tip.
Let's talk about how to do very quickly. I'll try to keep on my 3 minutes to avoid suspension. You are playing with a dangerous, you are playing a dangerous game if you have not done your EKG or heart test to know your heart condition because you could die from any of these three heart crises. Even in your sleep, you can die from one of them. Heart attack. That is when blood is not reaching your heart muscles. Number two, heart failure. That is when your heart is not pumping blood properly. And number three, cardiac arrest. That is when your heart stops working. You got to be very careful. Remember this: high blood pressure is the leading cause of stroke and heart attack. Check your blood pressure always and keep it under control. If you don't want to sit in a wheelchair for life because of stroke or heart attack. Thank you very much for the time. I don't want any suspension. Thank you. Good day.
Okay, thank you, David. But David discipline you. David is done. But David, thank you for the tips. We believe it is helping our people. It is helping our people. So shortly we will come with the review of the local dailies. Let me try to get the team up rolling. The review of the local daily is coming up shortly. Thanks to the editors for ensuring that we have the papers this morning.
But
So
David, yeah, go find that so.
yeah, David is keeping
So
something.
suspension two people can really take it serious though. David, you went 1 minute 30 seconds. But anyway, the mess. Yeah, it was special. Let's follow what's making news from the print media this morning. Yes, welcome to the review of the local dailies. What's making news? The Friday edition of the Truth Breakfast Show. Yes, our first stop has to do with the Independent newspaper. Big blow to corruption fight as 959 public officials brush out asset declaration. Well, Alexandra Zoll, the LNCC boss, is captured on the front page of the Independent Grapple Copy. And read the rest of the story. 959 public officials brush out assets declaration. The orator told the truth. I'm saying Dr. Tokwa Nantipote has been captured on the front page of the Independent. Let's go to the back page. What the back page have from MPP backs Buckeye. Meanwhile, there's an inner fight within the MPP. We'll talk about that on Monday. Yeah, Joe Mobile, the former, not to speak on behalf of the party. Why is it Joe Mobile keep talking? MPP backs Buckeye, but questions recent deployment of soldiers at RIA. Well, still on the back page, I will vindicate my reputation. Well, Samuel Tua is right here on the back page, like illustrating of the graph. Anyway, let's move on. Yes.
Yeah, let's go to the Daily Observer. The lead story on the front page: empty talk. Information Minister Pierre replies, "We are over resistance threat." Where I'm seeing the Information Minister captured alongside the former president on the front page of the Daily Observer newspaper. And GAC audit exposes financial mismanagement at CBL as over US 300,000 channeled through staff to pay vendors. That's another big story on the front page of the Daily Observer newspaper. Public officials dodging asset declaration is a question mark. Only 26.5% of 1,900 officials declared their assets. LHCC discloses And let's go to the back page. The back page, MVTC, that's the Monrovia Vocational Training Center, to offer associate degrees in TVET skills,
Okay, good.
pending passage of legislation. Police launch manhunt for wife killer. Well, this story is from a county, Nimba County. The photograph of this suspect or perpetrator is captured right here on the back page of the Daily Observer.
Yes, the New Republic. The New Republic is next on the news 10 for 40 Liberian dollars. 50, yes. Alfonso help me for the $10. Yes, $50 the New Republic. Buckeye's disciples. Well, Buckeye disciples running. 959 failed to declare asset. Well, we're running with this on Monday. So you're watching for this. Those of you who have not declared and meet up to deadline. Well, 959 failed to declare the asset. Alexandria Zoe, the LSCC boss, is captured on the front page of the New Republic. Empty threat. Who is saying this? This is information box. Mika 1. Yes, Mika 1. Jeremy Napier. Empty threat. Well, government terms expressed on we are statement. Let's go to the back page. Well, before the back page, Air France to resume flight. That's good news for Liberia, man. Air France to resume flight again. Well, France ambassador discloses, okay? Yes, let's go to the back page and see what's on the back page from the New Republic. Representative Thomas Fala begins road rehabilitation, okay? National Bureau of Concession praises outgoing accident mental CEO. What I'm saying, is this Bill Clinton's Camara? Okay, you need to grab a copy and read the rest of the story this
Let's go
morning.
to the Hot Pepper newspaper. The lead story: only witches are being hunted. President Marka
Yeah.
directly responds to We Are TDC. Only witches are being hunted.
Probably
Hey,
fire
Sheikh.
yesterday.
Hey, Sheikh.
Check.
The UP government fails LSCC's asset declaration scorecard. I'm seeing Councillor Alexandra Zoe right here on the front page of the Hot Pepper newspaper. Let's go to the back page. The back page. Police declares Moses innocent in death of 3 boys. Hey. Today's story, President Buakai showed LMP of government support. It's another story. The National Bureau of Concession praises outgoing Asilometer CEO. That's it for the Hot Pepper.
Yes, the Inquirer newspaper on the news 10 for 40 Liberian dollars. The front page story: conflict of interest. Tin Samoa post at CBL. Remember, Samoa was former IB Bank managing director. Well, it says
Okay.
conflict of interest. What is it? We'll have to find time and look at the Samoa appointment to the CBL as acting central bank governor. Conflict of interest is on the front page of the Inquirer. Grab a copy. Sanctions await non-compliance officials of government. LSCC vows to publish the list. Yes, we just can't wait for list and see all those who have published. Let's go to the back page because of time. Empty thread is captured on the back page of the Inquirer. Minister Jeremy Matthew Piaz is on the back page here from the Inquirer. Foreign Service Institute seeks accreditation. Well, what accreditation is it? Well, I'm seeing the Ministry of Foreign Affairs running effectively under the leadership of Sarah Bessela Yanti. It's captured here on the front page, the back page of the Inquirer newspaper this morning.
And finally, from my end is the Women Voices newspaper. The banner headline: looming danger. Residents of erosion affected communities predict catastrophic sea invasion. Where I'm seeing a photograph, a couple of them captured here on the front page of the Women Voices newspaper. The sub-lead story in Nimba.
What happened in there?
Abundant baby found at riverside in Nimba as parents remain unknown. Hey, God. Okay, well, that is there. You finish.
Okay, so our last stop has to do with the Verite newspaper. Yes, the Verite is on the newsstand for 40 Liberian dollars. Ghost withdrawals over US 4 million and LD 79 million pay without evidence. What? Ghost withdrawals. This is at the central bank. That other report really damaged the whole CBL. Will Yemane Pierce and others go as Aloysius Talu suspended? It's a question mark. The Verity newspaper have former Minister of State, now Senator Falo McGill, is captured on the front page of the Verity. Ghost withdrawals over 4 million. 79 million Liberian dollars were paid without evidence. Is on the front page of the Verity graphical copy. Government feels assets declaration law with 26.5 compliance. Well, the LSCC boss, President Joseph Boyka, is also captured here. Let's go to the back page and see what the back page have. U.S. and Russia enter president swap deal. I saw that on the cable news network, the CNN yesterday. Swapping of prisoners. Yes, is Joe Biden, Vladimir Putin is captured on the back page of the Verity. You can grab a copy. 122 strapped to death in Grand Kidman County. Amen. Amen. All right. So ends the reviews of the local dailies. Thank you so much. Thanks for following the show. It's proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and of course Echo Bank Liberia Limited, the Pan African Bank. Yes. So because of time, we just want to remind you. We'll look to see whether the LSCC will back for good or they are toothless. There are some newspapers who have been carrying several headlines. Those of you who have filled up to meet up to the deadline of the LSCC, declaring your assets. Congratulations, those of you who are declared, even those of you who have published it. The president, the vice president. There are some lawmakers who have already declared. We know in the number, but the number is just far less. You seek, you cry for government position. The Joseph Boyka appoint me. You lobby through the executive mansion, and you refuse to declare your assets. It's something not good for our country. So Monday, we'll go a full blast and hope to have the listing. We're working behind the scene, Marka, to see who we can have. We read the names. The Sumo Mobile they have declared. Musa Belete, others have declared. Jeremiah Kuhn, Joseph Boyka, and others. There are some ministers who have not declared. What's the penalty? Yes, this real minister. Women Pay, good morning to you. How you doing this morning? Women Pay used to be, with the Unity Party. Later on, he swapped all to Daniel Cassette Party as party chair, PLP, right?
Still left.
He left the PLP, resurfaced with the rescue allowance again, and later on, nobody saw that Women Pay was heading.
Ran for the Senate on
the rescue mission
yes.
ticket. He didn't win the Senate position. And today you have become Minister of Mines and Energy. Women Pay. Will not rest until this guy will find this real minister who is linked with Randy. There's a guy called Randy Scott. Randy Scott is like the full operation man of the Geo real minister guy. Yeah, I want Liberians to listen. Our women will open the telephone line. You should please ask. Look, we help Joseph Boyka. That's the bureau of the media. Our government find this man 30 million. Today the man is ordered praising with 1 million. Can you imagine this? It's a slap in the face of the justice system. Then next we will call and say release Yantin Twain, Jefferson Kamoya, release the other people too. This man was fined 30 million and he was billed with just 1 million. The information we're getting is going to resume operation very soon. So now you're telling us this is why this man is called the real minister. So Randy Scott behaves like he's a policeman. Randy is not a policeman.
Okay.
Yes, Randy behaves he's like a policeman. Randy Scott and Eugene Fagon teams up regularly. That's why you see Amara Conan and Eugene Fagon going back to back. It will bring you the full details on Monday. Look, what happened with the 30 million fine our government in place on this illicit minor, this man who have mill-licked this country?
Who has the money on a fake lesson?
Fake lessons. Like your cry for your country, we're going to open the telephone line. Make it hard for take. But Monday, we'll tell you the full operation of Randy Scott. They meet regularly on the boulevard right after the Ghana chop by. They will give you the full detail. So this is why this guy who speaks colloquial Chinese man, he's like a fuller man. He's just everything. Will tell Liberians why they call this man the real minister. Women Pay, good morning to you. Who saw you leaving the Unity Party? You went to Daniel Cassette. It was not easy to leave the PLP. Saw the protests going back and forth. You resurrected, came back, and to make this Mines and Energy achieve this 30 million fine and no one saying nothing.
It's a big test for you.
That big test of Women Pay, yo. Yeah, right?
Yes.
Let's hear for our ladies. We want the callers then to please your cry on this. The hospitals now in Bapolu, no medicines. The hospital at GFK, no medicine. We are finding this man who worth 150 million, 30 million. And today, he's out of bar. And the next thing is going to start work in this sub-region. Your call, let's hear you say before we bring on Sumo Mobile at 8:15.
So as you are aware, the numbers Separated. The female line 0770202579. The female line.
Yes, call it again.
0770202579. 0770202579. That's
For
the
female.
line.
Yeah, then the male line is 077-285-961. 285-961. In Nima County, people arguing over a dime, what they say is an OPA or a dime. The country is rich and will help this government and will not stop to talk about this real minister. Randy Scott will bring you full detail who this Randy Scott man is. He's not a police. He behaves like a police officer. Yeah, I think we got a first call on the line, but announce a female line again.
Yes, 0770202579. 0770202579. The female line.
Yes.
You can call and have your take. It is important that we have balanced views on the show.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning. I am Jerry Exporting from Bapolo.
Great. You calling from Bapolo? Yes. We talk about this Elisa Mana, the real Chinese man. Minister, go ahead.
Thank you very much for the show. This real minister, it should only be real for the minister of mine. We are in total damage when it comes to the road living from Belayala to Boko. The road is far to the lowest that I understand. Can you imagine the guy will take the machine, they put on the road there, the road there will pick up the machine from Monover. That road there will lead that down when they reach the place that we are in stopping. Thank God for some I'm calling. We are listening to him with the person from Bapolo. Let FBI directors take away from this particular issue. We are in stopping. We are stopping totally. Thank you very much.
So before you go, what's the condition of the hospitals? I'm here thinking about the hospital's condition. How is it? Do you have medication in various hospitals down there?
The hospital is have no medication now. If you go there, they will start referring you to get drugs from there, so that your patient, whatever that you carry there, it will be treated. The hospital is in good condition.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
So
Thank you.
the female line 0770202579. That's the number 0770202579. Call and participate on the show this morning.
Yeah, 0777285-961. Yeah, for the male. If you have a female call, let me know. I have a male still. Yes, let's speak. Good morning. We're talking about this Elisa Minor, the real minister man. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. I'm M. Sewa. Well, this meeting, thank you so much for the topic under discussion concerning the dear minister. There is no need to have one Chinese man to be called real minister in this country, and disappointed this morning in the minister. I don't know why we're doing it like this. You go see man and see one man call and say, no, where defeating the government of our nation, and disappointed this money with nothing.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
You are real minister making.
Yeah, the man be a real minister since 2012. This man have been operating. Thank you.
Let's see if we have a female caller. Good morning. Morning. Your name? Where you call us from? Okay, let's hear you.
No, I want to call you to thank you, the two of you. I've been monitoring this station for a long time.
Okay.
I don't listen to other stations and that because I'm more journalist. I see the comparing to the two of you.
Yeah.
So God will bless you.
Amen.
Let God give you what you want. And let God say by you that the country, you will be speaking the truth to the country or to the red path.
Okay.
So I just call you to bless you. God bless you is upon the two of you.
Thank you so much. God bless you too. Thank you.
Yeah, so we'll have 5 more minutes to join our lawmaker. Yeah, so we'll have another call. We'll talk about the minister man, and we'll tell the Liberian people who is this Randy Scott. Yes, well, the role that Randy Scott plays with the real minister. Yes, we'll let Liberian people don't know it. Yeah, go ahead.
Morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning. Go ahead. Your name?
I am Fatu calling from China.
Okay. Go ahead, Fatu.
Oh, my people, that God bless you. The on you. That's why I told the president yesterday. I said, if you want to see, you should listen to who in this nation. Because on the other day, they see you talk, we don't want to come back. They have to say, concern me, concern me, they say me concern. Because what you say about that minister, if you want to read that he has no business with me, or me, what I will tell you, they will come with me and they want to cry.
Okay.
Yeah. So video that Chinese man tell me black man say you are stupid. Sorry for that expression. It's the same thing that people are getting on. When it is wrong, you will see a Chinese man what is so wrong. You will see.
Yeah, my sister, my sister, the government have placed a 30 million fine, and he have been released on 1 million. Yes, talk to your president.
Let me leave this country because it will be terrible for us to tell the street and to go what to do. I will not to let people. We are telling you that you go back or you pay that million.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, 2 minutes talk. Yeah, go ahead. Morning.
Thank you so much for the opportunity because several times I've been listening to this station for the opportunity to hear it into another given. My name is Rachel Columbia from Senior Field.
Okay.
Yeah. All along what you are saying, I've been following your show, I've been following all you've been doing. And then when it comes to this particular farm where you people are talking about this Chinese men who have been operating like 30 million farm being given to somebody, and then you say 1 million, there is a big blow, is a big slap to the Latvian government, especially in the kind of situation where Latvians are living active poverty, and even this time children are about to go back to school because they don't even have. There are not much public school. When you take a look around for the center field, there is only one public school that is in Blackton Town. Even coming to Mount Barclay, in between there is no public school. But looking for money now, that money could have been used to even have a public school being all around in Liberia. But they see this kind of thing happening in Liberia. Is something that we really have
the Bible said they're doing it. Say mining. I mean, what is the infrastructure they are building there? Let's look at school conditions, healthcare in those areas.
Yeah, it's so sad. It's so sad. And thank you so much for the work you people are doing. And we hope and pray that God will continue to strengthen you people to continue to come up. And I know one day you people, your voices will be here and there will be impact making this nation.
Thank you. So we'll take 2 more calls and go on to Honorable Sumo Mobile.
Yeah.
And we want to call on Senator Amara Conan. Amara, your Facebook post is not enough. This is your county. You should be worried about it. That thing you and Eugene Falcon going back and forth. Amara, you should come and yes, we'll get closer on this.
Good morning.
Yes, should be our last caller.
No.
Yeah,
I mean
a female line. Let me pick the last caller from my end. That you can take one more female. Go to Sumo Mobile. Good morning.
Morning. Let me take one from Pastor Marka
Some equipment, man.
My name is not and I'm feeling this morning from Lord my let me say thank you this morning for the topic. And I don't know why we keep talking this.
Your name? Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Hello?
Masale, go ahead.
Hello, go ahead. You are live. Go ahead.
Okay. Papa, I get called your blessing.
Mm.
There is all my bless you.
Okay.
There is nothing other continue to bless you when you see, then you continue to bless you to do it.
Amina.
And God will be able to get someone that will come after you. That will be, yes, even more than you, that will do it, that will work. The weather will pay for us. God will give you the blessing. That blessing will follow your children. Children will your children. So, that's really well for you.
Amen.
And I really believe that government that they can listen to advance. Government when you advance, then you anything to them. But in particular government, you have to advancing, you have to continue talking, the wrong doing, the good doing, you have to continue talking. They will need us to teach and get on the good road for God to bless our nation.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Leave this up.
That's to tire with you. And everybody gets back for you.
Amen.
Amina.
Amen.
To say our children to school. And we see our country the way we reach, they can be also fit. But we say one young for the people.
Amina.
God bless you.
Thank you so much, man.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
When Muslims are praying, you don't say amen.
Oh,
Say
you say
Amina.
amen. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Look, I mean, the reason, Marka, those of you watching on Facebook, before we link out to Honorable Super Mowa in just a minute, these are the equipment this real minister. The day Gafan, the guy got serenade, Capin, Lloyd, Barry, the real minister was released. He was right at the cooler shop on the boulevard here. There's a shop right here after you pass the Ghana truck back called the cooler shop.
Mm.
This is why I bring it on, bring this cut. This real minister have been operating since Ellen Johnson Sirleaf time. This guy look into, you say you're Jimmy, but you're wasting your time. Because why? Some of you officials, you know what I'm saying is true. You wine and dine with this man. So President Boycott, President Joseph Boycott.
Some of you literally living in my pocket.
Yes, because he's milk and lick millions of dollars of our minerals out of this country, and they also get. That's why I mean, terrible things can happen to some of you. I mean, God forbid, because people survive on just $1 a day. This man was seen at the cooler shop right here on the boulevard. That's why I said on Monday we'll tell you the rule of Randy's Scott, who is the middleman with this guy. Randy's Scott, I'm calling your name back to back. So women pay hearing this thing here. This is not good. Amara Conan, please. That Facebook thing, I mean, it's not enough for us. This is your content, Amara. Amara, yes, they want Facebook post. Yeah, if I go, if I go, also can go to the cooler shop with the same Randy's Scott, or with the same real minister.
Fagon is from Bombi.
Yeah, but there no Bomi and Fagolu. Yeah, so Randy is Fagon regular guy, you know. That's why you see Amara and Fagon, two of our official librarians, Amara Conan and Eugene Fagon, back order real minister. Fagon say leader man, Amara saying this and that. So it's not enough. Amara, I mean, you need to do more. This is your content. This is Liberia. I mean, we can't go more than this, right?
Yes, sure.
Yeah, Monday. You don't know it all.
You don't know it.
President, good morning to you, President Boyka. As you trying to fight corruption, everybody should help Joseph Boyka. Otherwise, else the president will make it. It's good that we have another honorable in studio. Thank you so much. Please Monday real minister thing. The equipment set and men working with. It's unbelievable. Honorable Sumo Moba, the face of district number 3. Yes, one with a popular mandate of the people to serve district 3. He's one person who don't shy away for an interview. Whenever you send an invitation back, this man is always willing to appear. Yes. Good morning. Welcome to the TBS. How you doing this weekend?
Good morning, I'm new, and good morning, Marka. And to all people out there listening, I would like to say good morning.
Is it a job so hectic for you? You look so stressed up. I'm looking. This is not a regular Sumo Mobile we used to see, man.
He's on break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you on break?
Yes.
But you look stressed up.
You missed it out.
The,
You missed it, man. You can.
you're right. You're right. You're right.
You know, in session,
Uh-huh.
everybody will stay in a seat to speak to the issue once you are recognized. But if you recognize you can, you don't recognize you can. The man just walking in all over everywhere.
Everywhere.
So small missing the man, you know, you see how you looking.
Yeah, that's my twin brother.
How's the break?
Well, not bad. We're doing good, and they're working along with the district because the break is all about the district and not us.
I always ask this question: Is it stressful being a lawmaker?
Indeed, it is stressful. I think you're only trying to pave your way through to get some information. Because I suppose that you want to be a lawmaker too. So
Me?
I will give you the
No,
pass.
I pass it on to Marka. Yeah, you start when going through the
So why we the young people believe that we should have the opportunity to lead too? But for me, in my opinion, I think if I would run for office, maybe for representative, it will be around my retirement age. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yes, Solomon Baba.
Why?
Yeah,
Why love me memory?
he's a young
Well,
man and he looks stressful.
I think
Uh-huh.
I'm on the moment on your statement.
Okay.
To be the age going to the age of retirement before being a lawmaker. I think it's
I'm not. I'm saying that's why I'm saying it's my opinion about myself. Not about. I'm not discouraging other young people, but
right. I think
yeah.
also it's good to have some young people that will push the agenda of the younger generation.
Sure,
because,
that is good. Also, it's good.
Yeah.
Fine.
What's your own feeling when we're bringing some national issue to our talk show, our talking point? Do you guys feel disturbed? The media drags some important topic. What's your own reaction on the overall? Maybe.
It depends. Because most often it depends on the debate, the pros and cons. When you are on the side, what we think is necessary, we support the idea from the media. But when you go against some key issue that will not be necessary for the listening audience, then we try to come in to create checkpoints.
Government and Uncle Jumuku now. There's nothing the Liberian people supposed to know.
You're right.
Yeah.
I was doing top men in town, certain things that never used to come outside.
Yeah, you're right.
But when she was someone, then the speaker can say, "Okay, we'll do the close door."
Yeah, close door.
Close door.
No close door. Most often no close
No,
door.
they do. You guys do close door hearings. Some sections you do close door because
It's executive hearing. There are key
the
issues.
same thing. The executive that is closed door because the media will not be there.
There are key things that you keep from the public, and until you have gone through it and finalize it before bringing it to the public. So it's just something common, I think. But usually it's always we place it to the public at the end of our discussions.
Okay.
So, Honorable Mobile, let's start this interview this morning with one of the trending issues in the country. As we speak, 3 former officials of government are in jail. According to information, they have filed 2 bail bonds that have been rejected on grounds that one of the inductees who is not under the jurisdiction of the court is included in that bond, and the court says no. Now, what do you make of this? I know there have been different reactions from the ruling position, the opposition, the non-position. Let's hear you out.
All right. I'm one person that's still in the gap as it relates to corruption. People that have gone through corruption, people that are corrupt should be penalized, and they should be given the chance to exonerate themselves from what people think they did. So with the issue of people being jailed, I think I would like to commend the president because we need to correct the checkpoint, especially as it relates to corruption. Or not, we have more people, we have more corrupt people in society, and people will just have fun our money, go free. Because I remember during the early since the leave time, people came in after they were trying to checkmate certain people. They came out with, oh no, people are witch hunting. Then again, Wakai leadership, people wish hunt, Josh, we are people wish. If we continue like this, we will not have people responsible for what they did, and people will continue to steal. So I support the government that there should be a checkpoint for those that steal, and they should be penalized through the court. Yeah.
But officials of the past administration, including the former president, believe that what is happening, he described it as weaponizing the judiciary against his party officials and also witch hunting them.
I think they were all government officials, and when the government president, because you will not see what is going on until you take office. I think the government in charge now have seen certain things that went on wrong, and they try to create the checkpoint for the future. I think it's necessary. It's not wish hunt because as the president said, if you can, if you have people to wish, if you harm witches,
Mhm.
then it's important that you get them from society. So I
Okay.
support that, and I think that people that stole, I will. Although I love the past government, the CDC government, I love what it did in as it relates to development, but we will not give the room for corruption. I think what the government is doing is right, and it's in the interest of the Liberian people. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. I mean, all up to as you say, right? Let's go to the inaugural speech of Dr. Raptel
I mean
Pillay,
the
right?
oration for the
Yes,
independence.
yes, independence, yes, independence speech. That sparked the social media for 24 hours. After 24 hours, no one is talking about it. Let's look at Dr. Pillay's speech.
I think from the speech itself was persuasive and informative. Persuasive in the way that she used a lot of spoken words, and those spoken words were emotional. Then informative in a way that there were key history and facts
Hmm.
that she gave to every one of us, and she touched every sector to that of the international bloc.
Hmm.
I think at a certain point in time, we saw how the U.S. ambassador, the U.S. Shashi Affair, other people left the corridor because they feel that certain portion of it was touched. And I listened to the public. I listened to people saying that diplomatic, it was our Independent Day. And I would say Independent Day is a day where we all celebrate the birth of our country, but in line with it, we look at those challenges, those gaps that we think we can work on in the past, those gaps from the past and challenges from the past. So what she did was to create or highlight some point that we need to work on, that the government needs to work on,
Hmm.
especially as it relates to the independent, the connection with the U.S.
Okay.
I would say this: I support the speech. Look, the thing is that people are afraid because they get to the U.S. embassy to get visa to go to America. People want to better their life, but I think that we have suffered along when you look at the history of our country. From people say that, oh, we're colonized by a group of people, right? Just a group or organization from the U.S. So if the United States had interest in us, but now there should have been a step taken to make it better for all of us, so that the issue of just an organization colonizing us
Hmm.
could be changed.
That was just too
To,
many of the entire speech. I mean, why more focus? There are other important things that you said.
yeah, I'm getting down to
Oh,
it, right?
okay, okay.
So with the U.S., the way people told the issue of it, I think it was wrong. What she did was brilliant. She did a brilliant job. Then to the issue of the minimum wage, I
Hmm.
think that's another part. The
Hmm.
minimum wage. That's
Hmm.
where I would like to throw more emphasis.
Okay.
All right. With the issue of the minimum wage, to increase it, I think it's not necessary at this time. It's
It's
not
not
necessary.
necessary.
It's
From
not
143
necessary
to
at this time.
250.
It's not necessary at this time.
Why?
Okay.
What done? What we could do is to make sure that we try to sub-commission, right? The portion, because if you see the Decent Work Act, chapter 16, I and I, 2I, when you read it, it gave you the entitlement of a minimum wage. They will tell you for the informal sector, like the concession, components factory, the amount allotted is 68 cents within an hour.
Per hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when in a day you have $5.50. So within a month, if you do your calculation, you have 143 to be
Okay.
given the informal sector.
Mhm.
Then if you come down to the that's the formal sector, to the informal sector, where you have domestic and casual workers, you have 0.43 cents, 143 cents an hour, and you also have $3.80 a day.
Mm.
Within a month, you have $89. So if you say holistic that we increase, you create an increment, what you will be doing, if you do that, there will be an effect as it relates to inflation. Then two, you increase unemployment. The way in which you increase unemployment, because if you try to increase the amount, you have companies and people. Because Most of the component here, we have less component, we have less concession.
Mhm.
So if you do that, we have what we call the only not monopoly type, but we have the oligopoly type of
Mhm.
marketing,
Okay.
where few group control the market.
Mhm.
So if you do the increasement, what will happen? It will have issue with unemployment. People will say, okay, then we will not employ people. They reduce the number, right? You have component reducing the number. Likewise, for inflation,
Okay.
people will put prices up in order to get the money back. So what we need to do is to institute a sub minimum wage. I would recommend that to institute a sub minimum wage to areas that we think that have heavy risks,
Okay.
right? The heavy risk sector
Mhm.
from the informal side. The heavy risk sector could be the concession area, right? Where the iron ore, the dust, and other thing
Mhm.
you may have some lungs disease and other thing after
They are
maybe
probably
your
working here for
retirement.
90 cents per
Thank,
hours.
thank
Okay.
you.
It maybe to these construction
Yeah.
companies. Hmm.
So what we are looking at is we could increase that to dollar, even for the industrial area, the industrial end, because it's a high health risk area. We can increase that to dollar, but you cannot increase the entire thing.
Honorable Baba, your position on this matter is a bit legal and technical, but the ordinary people who are following the show, they are saying, is this lawmaker telling us that if an average Liberian earns $250, it will be too much? Is
In which sector you found the average Liberian?
Okay. Is it a informal or formal
You
sector?
found them both in the formal and informal sector, but majority of them they are in the formal sector because there is where you have people with the concessions, right? You have people in the industry, you have businesses, people who go about selling for like the fuller stove, you have people selling, they are all part of the formal sector. So for the informal, we talk about domestic workers, right? Someone in your house taking care of your daily affair, like the nurse, right? So you cannot carry on increasement
so
everywhere
so
in
so
every
you
sector.
think that person doesn't deserve $250?
So here's the thing: if you
Mm,
increase $250 for a person like a nurse, right?
mhm, mhm.
Then the guy who is working hire a nurse, but the money he make is 250. So how can this guy pay the nurse?
Mm.
Okay.
I hope you're getting the concept. How can this guy who is the employer pay the
Hmm.
nurse?
Hmm.
It make it more difficult.
He makes 50 at his job
Thank
site.
you.
Okay. Then he have hire on 90. How do you call it? At 90.
Yeah,
Yes.
and
He pays the same amount.
yeah, and you saying we should pay 250. So how can that work? So
Mm.
what we're saying is to first of all work with the formal sector for some time, then later on you can carry on increasement, right? You can increase the figure for the formal sector. But for now, for domestic worker and casual worker, because casual worker, there are people who work on commission. Some of them work for 6 months. They're not regular employee. So what we're saying is that we reduce, we because it's the mandatory amount, the minimum wage is mandated by the government. Let's maintain the minimum wage for the informal sector. For the formal sector, we can do a bit increment and see how it works.
So it is also possible that you can, like, the formal sector and the informal sector, there can be a set wage for informal and a set one too for the formal sector.
Yeah, for the informal, I think I gave you the figure. It's 68 cents an hour. So, and you have $5.50 a day.
Hmm.
So, $5.50 a day could be worked on to $1 per hour, and it will give you something close to a day, $8 a day. And when you multiply that, you'll be making close to 240 United States dollars for the formal. But for the informal, I'm suggesting that it remains the way it is so that we cannot create confusions. Yeah.
So some people in civil service will be having issues here, but so why the lawmaker is happy for us to remain on $143 per month? We're talking about increasing it to at least 250, and he's saying we cannot do that now.
So here's it. Even for the informal sector, where we have the casual worker, we have some people that work with factory just for a day because of the load of work. So what could be done is to keep them on the rate of commissions, right? On commission rate, where we say a day, if you work, we give you $15.
Okay.
It makes sense. But to say the person worked for 6 months and you pay them similar rate, then it creates confusion between the formal and informal sector. Because for the formal, you make exactly the same figure. For the informal, you make exactly the same figure. Then how will the domestic worker receive their salary based on the same amount? It makes no sense.
Yeah. Well, that is, like I said earlier, it's very technical. But what do you make of the orator's call to reverse this whole harmonization?
All right, the issue of harmonization, I support it, but it's a tedious one. It's a critical one. We need to take time to look at it. And I'm in line with the Ministry of Labor, and they are working on it with the ILO. We have gone for so many workshop and other things.
Mhm.
But here's the thing: for the civil service, we have what we call the standing order. The standing order is the rule that support or the rule that guides civil servants. And for the private sector, which is the public sector, for the private sector, we have what we call the Decent Work Act of 2018 that also guide employer and employee. But when you look at the two, the civil service, the standing order is more unique than the Decent Work Act. The Decent Work Act lacks certain ingredient, right? So when you look at both, you find out that for the civil service order, we have what we call appraiser at the end of the year, where you know whether the person worked based on performance or not. So likewise for the decent work, you have nothing like that for the decent work. So to harmonize it, it requires a lot. Because even for the civil service, you have the president carry on appointment. And in the civil service standing order, one can be shifted to another ministerial agency.
Okay.
But for the private sector, you cannot shift. You cannot shift. So there are basic things that we need to align together and make sure it works. If it cannot work, when you combine it, you create confusion and chaos.
Are you
And
suggesting or
there,
recommending an amendment to the Decent Work Act?
yeah, there are a lot of things we need to do with the Decent Work Act. There are a lot of things because when you read the standing order of the civil servant, the law is so good, right? And it's unique. But for the Decent Work Act, there are a lot of lapses that I have no time to explain all. There are so many lapses there that we need to work on.
What about having a centralized employment act that will deal with labor-related issues? What's your take on it?
That's beautiful. So we can keep the law, the very law, as it is, and have a standardizing institution that deal with all labor issue, right? Together. So the reason you see people are coming in now with ILO came up with the issue of both the standing order for the civil service, the public sector, and that of the Decent Work Act to harmonize it because people they receive so many complaints. So if you receive complaint, if the minister receive complaint, when you check the complaint, or like myself, I receive complaint. When you check the complaint up, when you call the minister will say, no, this is not my duty.
Okay.
I'm not a civil servant,
Okay.
right? Send it to the CSA,
Okay.
right? And there's a board of the CSA, there's a grievance committee at the CSA that deal with issue, labor issue. You getting that?
Okay.
So it confused the process. It confused the process for the employee. So there should be a recognized institution where everyone can go when it comes to grievances, not to have people dangling here and there, finding a way through. So I think it's good not to harmonize, but to have a central institution that will deal with labor issue generally.
Great. Let's go on the issue of the president. I mean, President boycott now, I mean, is popping up just days after President George Weah addressed his partisan the party headquarters. President Joseph Boycott stand on corruption. We listened a couple of days ago. Former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, she's still talking about tackling corruption. Even former President George, we had his introduction. You talk about fighting corruption still.
Mhm.
Yeah, but yeah, President Joseph Boyka and his plan of fighting corruption. Is he proceeding the rightful previous administration before the George and let other touch every sector?
Yeah, I think from the early stage, I say that it's good to go through to vindicate yourself if the people point you as one who is corrupt. But then I also, in order to create a bottom line and to get people who are corrupt, is to start from the beginning part. There's no past in governance. There's nothing like past, right?
Hmm.
Long you stole money from 2018 or you stole money from 2011, you can be held reliable for the government by the government in power. So to start just from the CDC government by getting people, I think the government now, present government, need to do better, right? If we are trying to tackle corruption, we should tackle people. We should also hold people reliable from the 2011 time. Even if it costs for you to go 2005, get to 2005, those that were corrupt, and bring them so that they can vindicate yourself from
There-
the
There's
issue of corruption.
there's another argument that people say, well, in 2018, when former President Weah took office as president, there were audit reports he could have,
Okay.
acted upon, but he didn't do
63 of
so.
them.
So why are you compelling or demanding that the UP Walker administration go back to 2006, 2012, and all of that?
So it depends based upon the government. Government is something different. Maybe I won't speak for President Weah. I think some government go along with reconciliation, so they leave all necessary issue and try to focus on governance. But then, if this government came up with the issue of tackling corruption, then it showed that they are one government that will relate to transparency. They believe in accountability.
Hmm.
So if you believe in accountability, you need to start from below,
Okay.
right?
Start from
Hold
below.
everyone accountable for what they did,
Hmm.
not just few people. So if you have a group of people that you are just tackling, they mean that wish hunt as people consider it. But for me, I would not consider it a wish hunt. I feel that President Walker would do the rightful thing. He would get down to 2011. He would get down to 2005
Hmm.
and get people who stole money, government money, who siphoned our country money in the interest of the majority in this country. He will
Okay.
bring them to book. All of them, he will bring them to book. I believe in
I
him.
mean,
Yeah.
you shouldn't be saying that. But what's the feedback like in your chat room? I sure you people have a chat room, lawmakers. What is it? You're going back and forth in the chat room. Up to
Let me say this.
okay.
I'm one person. I'm there to represent
What is
people.
happening in the chat room? Is your chat
I'm
room?
there to
Is a
represent this.
chat room? It's a back to back argument in
I
your chat
don't say
rooms.
what is happening in our chat room because in the chat room,
Okay, in the chat room, are they in favor of the audit?
actually, era, I don't want to
Okay.
I breach the rules of the chat room. But what I'm telling you, I want to
Open,
represent this.
open government,
This
man.
Are,
thing.
are,
Open
are
government.
you having potential impeachment discussion in the chat room? We listen to some opposition figure talking about they will proceed with a bill to impeach.
Impeach who?
The president.
They'll be wasting their time because even the speaker will not give credence to that.
In the chat room.
Why you think so?
Okay.
I believe because I know what the speaker stands for.
Okay.
He's one person that stands for policy. He's one person. He's a lawyer. He knows the rudimentary as it relates to governance. So no one will support impeachment of the president. And I
But
believe even my
besides knowing the
colleague,
speaker, besides knowing the speaker, you think the president has done nothing to warrant impeachment?
yeah, some key issue, but I think it can be handled. We can just talk about impeachment now because when you talk
Okay.
about impeachment, then you talk about some critical issue. But
Okay.
there are
Great.
nothing that's so critical that we need to impeach the president, and I would not support that.
Great. So what are opposition lawmakers saying? Since you don't want to go in the chat room, I mean it's a secret area. Okay, keep it. But your colleagues in the opposition, what are they saying?
Oh, some will talk about impeachment, but
Hmm.
I think before you go through impeachment, you may have the number. You should have the number. and to have 49 lawmakers, and it should be for a reasons,
Mhm.
and not just us. It also depends on the Senate. So anyone talking about impeachment, trust me, on you, Mecca, they're just wasting their time.
Is
They're
that
wasting
house
their
open
time.
for audit? That house, I've been seeing Musa ability going back to back. They should roll full. What we saw were just systematic audits. Is that house ready for audit? Will you back it?
For the issue of audit, I'm not
Uh
the
huh.
proponent of the issue of audit. If you
Okay.
want to know more about the issue of audit, then you could ask Musa Belete, who will give you more information. I cannot give you, I cannot speak to that.
Okay. Well, you. Why you guys always play around that when you say there's a secret
What a
area?
minute your boss man. What can you call him
No,
man?
Musa is my immediate boss. He's the law. He's been calling for audit. Will you back audit? Let me ask you some more. You have declared your asset, right? Yes, I guess you have declared your asset. Will you back an audit if you want that house to be
Of
audited?
course, I will back an audit
Hmm.
because
So this had nothing to do with Musa now.
the issue from the past, because I did my research from the past before coming here. What I noticed is that the horse have been used over the time to sneak money out.
Mhm.
To sneak again, I will say that I'm not afraid to say that.
That's why.
To sneak money out.
Okay.
So that's the reason we want an audit there, because there are two institutions that have been monitoring. There may be so many. If you
Mhm.
can correct me, but I'm aware of the NSA to that of the House,
Okay.
the House of Legislature.
Hmm.
So they use this place to sneak money out. Every government sneak money out in the past.
Hmm.
So we need to audit that area. If you carry on audit, then you set a checkpoint where no one, no other government will want to use that means to sneak money out. Until we can correct that, people will continue to sneak money through the House and the NSA.
Don't blame America. Back to this question. Most of the things that happen, your lawmakers, your one for the $5,000 vehicles every 3 years. We blame America of all of our problems. Let's put the blame on our foreign partner on some of the things that have been caused by our own sin Liberians.
No, the issue of America is something that we need to look at, not just the lawmaker. The issue of America is not about lawmaker.
Okay.
The issue of America is the issue of sanctions. And I don't want to go in delve in this because there are so many issues, even before
Well, you say
taking
you
the
don't want
House.
to go there into this.
The thing is this,
It troubles me a lot.
yeah, you
Okay.
got Firestone, right?
Okay.
There are
Okay.
few American companies
Is
here.
the America trying to sign some
They
bad
are
deals?
doing the wrong
The
thing.
bad deals have been
There are
signed over
people
the
who are
years.
doing the wrong thing here in this country.
Mhm.
If you try to pinpoint, the next thing we heard, you will hear around here will be session. The session smooth. The session this person
Mhm.
just by
Mhm.
saying the right thing. So the issue of America, even with the issue of support, you talking about America, this and that, we're blaming America. The issue of support, America send money. You hear, oh yes, they send 40 million. In the 40 million, they send people to use the money.
But on
Send
the
people
other
to
hand,
use
there
the
are some
money.
bad deals. We, as Liberians, as our own leaders, who sell some bad deals. That's what I'm saying. Is America say, let's grab the budget and put into it for the $5,000 vehicle for we lawmakers? Well, our congressmen in the United States are not riding this kind of vehicle. That's what I'm saying. So
No,
no more about
yes, we start going into data information. You know, I'm good at data, giving you data, because I started with Ghana, I started with P era, and you saw how it looked like. So, with the issue of America and how much the congressmen in America make is so huge, we need not to go into that. And even the congressmen in America, they are giving money for their constituents, right? There's a budget. For Liberia, there is no budget as it relates to our
So
constituents.
how you
So, how
managing
you
now?
think
How you managing right now?
How
Okay.
you think we run the office
Is
there?
the
How
office
you think we
open
pay
every
people
day?
there? We
Is
pay people
open.
every
You
day.
pass through the
Every
office. So,
day
okay.
we
Okay.
pay people there. How you think we relate to other people? How you think we relate to desire
Most of your
of the
colleagues'
people?
office are all closed. The district offices are
We
closed.
are we
Okay.
are lawmaker. We are different kind of lawmaker.
Mhm.
I'm from district number 3, Moserata County. I'm
Mhm.
not from Nima County. I'm not from Grand Juda County. So
Okay.
the way I think is quite different from the guy from Grand Juda. The way I think and do my thing is quite different from the man from Sano
If you
County.
park your vehicle at Dubai Road Junction now, the group will run to you say he's a lawmaker. But if a minister parks his car, no one gets to him. They say, well, he's a
Oh, you
minister.
going through
Uh
all
huh.
things. That I
No, I'm
just
not going
say,
through all
yeah.
the important.
My plane is still on there.
If
I'm
someone parks here, the
self-driving there.
crowd will run to the lawmaker. Yes, but a German PR vehicle is there. People will say, okay, that's a
How many,
minister right
how
there.
many questions you
Honorable,
got up to America?
Honorable, there's one very important issue I want you to comment on.
Yeah.
The even the rescue team during their campaign, they said that under the CDC administration, the issue of bread and butter for the Liberian people was not addressed. Liberians were poor, they were hungry, and even some of you legislative candidates then campaigned on the same thing about addressing the issue of bread and butter. Today, in Nigeria, in Kano State, there are protests ongoing over the high cost of living and poverty amongst the people. Hunger and similar things can be, a semblance of these things can be seen in Liberia. As a lawmaker and a senior member of the government, what kind of policy issues are you considering or actions are you considering when it comes to addressing these bread and butter issues? Here we're talking about the minimum wage and stuff. You say, well, we cannot do anything about it right now. But I mean, this is the situation. What can Liberians do? What are you doing?
All right, the bread and butter issue can be tackled. It's not a big issue to tackle.
It's big,
So I come into that.
Mm-hmm.
With the issue of Nigeria, there are situations because I follow it with the issue of hardship, right? The high cost of living. It's not going happening in Ghana. So Nigeria, which is the federal state, and Liberia almost work together. I almost have the same way of doing things. In Liberia here, there's a threshold for foreigner. The threshold for foreigner is 500 United States dollars. So 500 United States dollars to pay foreigner. That's the threshold, right? Which is very low. In Ghana, the threshold for foreigner is 1,500 United States dollars. It helps to generate income for the country. It add up on the revenue of the country based on the figure.
Mm-hmm.
Then in Liberia, you have more foreigner coming because the figure is very low. So because of that reason, the import of more foreigner, it have closed the gap, the employment gap. So you have more Liberian outside and not working. If you damn today, Mecca, all of your thing is here. You guys just sit here. Get to City Brother, get to City Brother, get to Jetty. Try to visit the various stores and see Lebanese Indians in these stores working. They are super.
We know we've been talking about them here.
They are supervisors. And how much they pay? They honor declare. Get to LRA. Check the system and see how much they pay them. Some of them make 500. Some of them make 800. That's on the declaration. But yet and still, we sit there and accept it. So if we behave like the good ones, like Ghana, and increase the figure to $1,500, $2,000, where it's a system is set up like the way we have the work permit, people go and pay the $1,000. If you have that system set up, we get more revenue. And you will notice that you will now have more foreigner coming in, and you get Liberian getting back to their job. So if we want bread and butter has to start with the policy.
Okay.
The policy. We cannot have a good policy and we play key loan on it, and we say that there will be bread and butter. Trust me, I will tell you, government will come, government will leave, and this country, we shouldn't fool the Liberian people. There will be nothing like bread and butter until we go about doing the right thing.
Yeah, so what we tend to get telephone lines activated is one key topic we've been pushing up on this platform. In the Investment Act that gave Liberians 16 businesses that only Liberians have the exclusive right to do so. Rufus Nouvel, formula of District number 8, started this. This act had been repealed from the 1973 to 2000. So Liberians cannot be like slaving like a slave in our own country. Same business will have Chinese doing it. Block making will have foreigners doing it. Ice making and everything. These 16 businesses, can the business association, the investment commission, our lawmakers get crazy for this and let it stop? Because these are things that people use every day. And the foreigners are not taking over everything. I mean, where are we going as a country?
Here's the thing. There are more to do. With even the issue of the policy, the 16 businesses, right? The thing here is, it's there. Let's say we get rid of all of the foreigner for doing the business. And let the Liberian go about doing the business. What's the form? What's the money? The bank is not willing to give the Liberian the money because most of them will tell you, so we cannot trust Liberian. You getting it? So who received the money is the same foreigner that get to the bank. If I just get up here with a Lebanese man, get to the bank to credit money. They prefer giving the Lebanese man money than the Liberian man.
Well, the full man.
Yeah.
But we have the Liberian Bank for development and investment in LBD.
Until we empower our client, then we can take over the Vera businesses. But
So
if we
these things
cannot
are also
empower our
policy issues. And you said at the legislature, what policy can you advance to ensure that maybe there can be money in LBDR for Liberian businesses?
this is the reason we are so many,
Okay.
right? And we have Vera committee, our place to labor, and I'm doing my labor work. We have people on commerce. We have
Okay.
people on enterprises and other areas, right? We have people on banking. So they need to do the studies and come up with these things because I cannot be all over. People got to come
So,
up with
so
these things.
Maka, definitely next we will pick it up. We'll look at who are these various committee chairs
Yeah,
on
call
these
them
various.
and
We'll
discuss it.
call their name because the speaker will not just give you position just to hear one committee and some committee members. But quickly before the lines activated, the content media is something very big. We all knows that it's a national issue. Whenever the Ministry of Youth and Sport talk about content meet, this issue of the Monserrato caucus, acquiring funds for elements of Monserrato caucus to prepare the team. What's your take on it? Monserrato struggled last time. George Canlando had to detain the entire team not to leave the hotel on grounds of not paying. I mean, it was so embarrassing with all of the 17 districts in Montserrat. How far away?
O'Neill, I think sorry to say this, and to the listener and our Liberian people, I think I would like to use this word. I think it's foolish. It's very foolish to set up a budget close to 200 United States dollars just for football game.
Is that
200,000?
200,000 or
Sometimes it's 200,000, sometimes
Okay.
100,000, sometimes
Okay.
90,000.
Mhm.
I care less about the figure,
Okay.
but I think we should use this money in the hospital.
Okay.
I keep saying this. We should use this money in the private institution.
Well, the
private
money
school.
should not be there for the tournament.
What tournament?
Okay.
What tournament?
Not
is
to
it?
pay hotel bills.
They're packaging for few people. Trust me, just packaging for few people. I'm just waiting for the report. This going to get my waiting for the report, and I gave them the next 72 hours to
Have
bring
the-
our report.
No reports from this.
My focus,
Okay.
I'm giving 72 hours to bring a report. Or not, when I come back here, I will open the bag.
Wait,
I'll
now,
open
wait,
the
wait,
bag.
wait, hold on, move on. So
Who,
last
who
year
are you
tournament.
giving
I'm-
ultimatum to
I'm-
for
Yes.
this
I'm-
report?
Have there been no
Yeah,
report?
yeah, I'm here to that. I
Uh-huh.
think that people are listening to me. The caucus,
For
the head of
the last year tournament.
giving
Have there
them
been no
some
report?
hours.
Report.
They haven't no report.
But they're already planning for this new one now. Let's forget the
we are
old
talking-
report.
We are talking about close to 90,000 United States dollars. There haven't been a report.
From
And
Monserrato
we're
caucus.
saying there is no business as usual.
From Monserrato
No
caucus.
private caucus. If Honorable Ina is hearing me today,
Samuel Indes.
we are in there.
Okay.
I trust him. I know his ability.
But Calado detained the team for almost 3 days for not paying bills. So you talk about 90,000.
And we were giving phone. So we did pay. You hear any noise from it?
Okay.
No noise now. So what we are saying is that the caucus, despite being transparent, despite being somebody that have the charisma and that ego to work, I would say to him, we need our report. We need to have the people of District 3. I will few days from now, like 2 weeks from now, I will be meeting the people of District 3 to give them the buy on the report.
Okay.
So I need that report to compile together. I'm giving the next 72 hours. If I cannot
So
receive that
you
report,
keep mentioning report. What kind of report are you talking about?
financial report,
On the just ended
it's just in the game.
the game.
Yeah.
How much was
I'm
budget
talking
at?
about close to $93 million. I'm sorry,
90,000, 93,000 US
Like
dollar.
we need a
Okay.
full report.
I
Right.
mean,
But was that money given to the caucus to spend?
It was not given to the caucus.
okay.
Individual, they're not given to the district. It was used for the players.
Okay.
We need a comprehensive financial report.
So
on
that report should come from the Monserrato Sports Steering Committee to the caucus to be presented. Is that what you're saying?
All of the signing came from the superintendent, the caucus chair. We just need a report, right?
But,
we need that
but,
report.
but if Monserrato is crying there, I mean, other content too will be doing the same. If Monserrato can't get report, I'm yet thinking about the caucus of bombing, Mangibi, and the rest of the various caucus.
I think for the other county, if they have issue, will be here.
Okay.
But I'm here seeing this. I'm not going to let it out of the bag. It's internal,
Like,
but
It
I
appears, it
need the
appears,
report.
hello, it appears like you have some deeper information concerning this report that you are hiding.
Very deep.
okay.
What is it? Tell us.
Very deep. I will not tell
He
you.
says under 3
Why are you
hours.
I gave
asking?
you
It's
3
under 3
report.
hours,
Are
right?
you
The next for the 2 hours.
are you accusing Representative Enders of doing anything unorthodox?
I'm not gonna make an statement here. I'm
Okay.
telling you, we need the
But you
report
keep
in 72
mentioning him
hours.
that you keep mentioning him and giving him an ultimatum.
Mecca, after 72 hours, if I
Okay.
can't get a report, the caucus, the entire caucus cannot get a report. I will be here to tell you. And I
And
will
if you
release the
and if
camera
you
on
forget
that.
that for the 72 hours, we remind you.
Don't worry, I will remind you. You know, I'm quick to remind
You,
you.
we share that report of the media. If the report is out, important that I share because I'm here thinking George Calando Hotel, the team was stranded for 2 days. You have 93,000 budgeted. I'm a bit confused.
Yeah.
What was even the intent of that
They
93,000
were used to
dollars?
pay players. They were
Okay.
used to buy jerseys. They were used to
Okay.
buy booze. You know, some booze are expensive. We have booze close to 65.
Yeah, but like, the report you're already reading there. Now.
I'm just giving you synopsis of what I
But
think it should
why are
be.
you so strong about this report? I think
No.
over the past period of time, we have not seen in the media any county giving report. Maybe you have been keeping it at the level of the caucus.
Yeah.
Look, I'm strong about the report because the 54th is not the 55th.
Okay.
What happened in the 54th will not allow to happen in the 55th.
You could fall in trouble with your colleagues in the caucus.
I care less about falling in trouble. I'm here to represent the people of District Number 3.
I'm seeing another James Colette. When James Colette came publicly,
Here's the thing.
James Colette came publicly, accusing Mervyn Cole for 75,000 taking our ID cards, right? The next day, no one is talking about it anymore. To see one of you coming out, going live from one network to another network, say, well, 75,000 was given to lawmakers just to take ID cards. I mean,
No, but I think the issue of Jim Colette
uh-huh.
and that Nicole, they are all brothers from Brown County. I don't want to go into trouble.
No, the reason why I'm saying, each time you come up with an important issue, now you're raising another one. If no one, after 72 hours, we'll see no outcome then, and then we'll start the question.
Jim Colette is not Honorable Moba.
Okay.
Honorable Moba is different.
So you stick to your 72 hours. Let's get the lines activated. Honorable Sumo Moba is the district representative of District Number 3. Live with us on the Truth Breakfast Show. Those of you watching in the background, this is what happened in the parliament. Yeah,
that's what it do. That's a normal routine.
And some of your colleagues don't say anything, no nothing. They sit in section. I'm thinking, what the district people are thinking about that? They don't make no comment, nothing. And just go to section.
Yes.
When RS come out with a report, you don't be surprised. Let's get the lines activated. The female line is
the female line 0770202579. The female line 0770202579.
Yes, the male line is 0777-285-961. Always calling.
Yes. Pick the video call.
Yeah. Let's see we have the lines activated. Let's do a minute per call. Good morning.
As usual, I'm following the show District 2. I think the voice of Akwe is Senior. Only 2 questions for your guest quickly. And it has the issue of the oversight responsibility of the legislators. Will you like to deal as seriously the issue of flooding in this country? So I came to ask the Lord, what is the Honorable House of Representatives doing when it comes to oversight with this issue of flooding? 2, the next question has to do with this issue of graduation fees. We are hearing that the Ministry of Education have come up with a message that certain schools shouldn't survive at the mark 100 United States dollars as graduation fee. But there are still some schools in serious violation of this particular mandate. What is the system to come to this issue of one time?
Okay. All right. Thank you. Let's go to the female line.
Yeah, good morning. I want to say thank you, people. My name is Fatu. Yeah, I hear everybody blaming America. So if you say you are independent, what does it mean? It means that you are capable of running your own country. You are mentally equipped to run your own country. So the same thing our lawmaker, our minister has said thing. The real minister for Western Cluster.
The real minister different from Western Cluster. Real minister is in Bapolu.
Yeah.
Western Cluster are bombing. Okay, go ahead.
He will believe them and say, oh, they are taking everything from us. So when people say they are going to school, you take independent. You able to run your own country. Any American say, oh, that they know they take more from us. So you never want to look at the things and say, you, you say you are independent. What does it mean? And you are telling the whole world that you want to run your own country. You know, we need to come to ourselves. We don't respect our color and we don't have that self-confidence in us that we have to run our own country.
Thank you.
Stop blaming people.
Okay.
And somebody again, about that business people. So that fishing is desperate to go red light or make out to see our people selling in one. While the Chinese, the Indian, the Lebanese are selling in store selling. You want them that Lebanese may go in a bay and take money, they few months they will sell and go back. So they were not able, as soon as they stop, the next thing they will want to run away because why they don't have that ability to run business. See your people in the people they said you want.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Let's stick to 1 minute, please.
Yeah, let's do a
Yes,
minute,
1
please.
minute.
Yes,
Yeah,
our
good
female,
morning.
please. Yes. Derek, hold on, please.
Good morning. Oh no, this is the female.
Yeah,
We're not
so
taking the
let's go to Derek and let's go to former lawmaker. Good morning.
Good morning, Elizabeth. Good morning to the honorable, and I have bone to pick with you and Davis. Davis. I've been trying to see the face of that man behind the distinctive voice in your studio, but I can't see you on Facebook, and that's not good. Honorable, thank you very much. I admire you, and I like the point you mentioned when you said this impeachment thing is just a waste of time. You know, some people think they're smarter than other people. The main technique here is to distract the public, the government, from this whole exercise of corruption. So that's why people are bringing in things talking about impeachment. It's a total waste of time. But thank you. I admire you a whole lot. I wish I had seen your face.
Oh, Derek, what do we do?
Derek, wait,
Whatever
man.
they messy in your face. When
Yeah, I
you
got goof.
during your time, you know nothing about internet business, man.
I
Thank
hope
you.
this is a female on the line. Good morning.
Yes, a female.
Good morning, Baba. How you doing?
Good morning. We are doing fine. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is my now calling from Raleigh halfway.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to tell you people, Marka and your colleague, thank you very much for the opportunity that you people were able to think wisely and give it to us. Because some of all the competition that were on the line, it was so heavy.
I know.
I wanted to silent listener of True FM for many, many years.
Okay.
Today, I had the opportunity to get to you people.
Okay.
You know, one thing that really bothers me in the country, it can trouble me, that I want you people to really talk on it. The attitude of the market. When people say that our country fine, they go on the road, they black on the business when they die. It really troubles me when I get there. It can hide me badly. So please, Papa, just give up with some and continue to talk on those various issues.
Amen. All right. Thank you. So please, let's talk to the issue the lawmaker has been discussing this morning. Yeah, let's see if we can talk to the issue. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Your name, where you join us from?
I'm Paolo Chadi Jasi calling from Kiwi.
Okay, go ahead, Janjay.
Yeah, my attention have been shown to the minimum will be something.
Yeah.
The minister was saying, the representative,
Mm-hmm.
saying that people working for 250, they will employ somebody who or 90 for 250. It is not possible. The law will pray that the labor minister, they themselves, they must see reason that they will put the law into order good. Because you can see our sisters and brothers working to those various stores for little or nothing. And you will see the lovely men, they will be slapping their faces. I can remember one time when he said this store right there across the road there. I don't know what they bought there. That man slapped that boy face. I don't know how much they were paying him. So when they say that they want to put the law into place that people will be working, you will not be working for 2 days. You will employ somebody for the person to come work for you for 2 days. So you want to tell me that 250 is too much for a Liberian woman or Irish Liberian man, and they are making millions of dollars in the month. So
you said this to agree with Dr. Raptel Pele that the minimum wage should actually be $250. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, it should be $250.
Okay.
You know what people will reach you. You know you get people get treatment. What about the children will send to school. You will not get children living with you. Then you go employ nanny for 250. You waiting for 250. You will employ nanny for 250. How possible can that be?
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, all right. Thank you. Let's go to the middle line quickly. Good morning.
Morning, this is Eric Samuel from Dublin.
Okay.
Go ahead, Fambo.
Hey, thank you, Olio. Only you know the reason for which this poverty rate continue to rise in the country is the issue of our horse. That minimum wage bill that they continue to talk about. If they don't see to it, these are the reasons that they are living in poverty. Let's talk about the Western cluster. It's surprising to know that there's a multi-million dollar company that have failed to employ a single Liberian. Follow the issue. Western cluster have told us that they have for all the years they have been for the past 3 years, they have not been able to employ a single Liberian. Everybody over there, you own a one more contract, two more contract, three more contract. How much escalator operator is making? $250, $300. Go to how do you call it? Bear Mountain. The info of the Turkish. Every job that a Liberian can do, a Turkish is doing it. And Turkish are making staggering $300 per hour, while a Liberian excavator operator is making 150 or 150 cents per hour. What a shame to us. And they continue, they have heard the thing over and over and over, and they fail to do nothing. They want us to build this country with what?
So,
They even went there on assessment tour.
yeah, they went there. So something screen happened on yesterday. Hold on, sorry. Island, and more than 30 trucks I had to park off the road. And Liberians were saying that truck is heading to a Western cluster that belongs to one lawmaker. 30 of them in row.
There's a lot. Lawmaker own trucks here. I've been so busy to the extent that I haven't been able to follow some of these things. And lastly, to our brothers on the other side, if we want this country to get better, people should be prosecuted for their stewardship. We can give you money, our hard-earned money, to handle it the best way. You go and steal it. You need to note you want to use the same people that you meet and use them as shield. My brothers, nobody should use it as much shield. People be prosecuted for their stewardship.
Okay. Thank you. Yes, no people coming through. Let's take one more call. We have to go.
Yes.
Yes, just one more caller. This should be our last caller coming through this morning. Good morning.
Good morning. This is the voice of Washington School Union Washington calling for Lower Marketing County. The listen to the lawmaker for always making himself available on platform like this to give his own analysis on the current happening in our country. And for me, I want to make my comment on one of the questions that you put to me concerning the recent action by this government, former President Marka, in that former officials of government. We need to consider that if you see the writing and treat the QA in Mesa, it is lack of course. We also had here for 6 good years. We find in 2018, when the former president was taking office, he told us that his government going to fight corruption and bring people to who that was involved into alleged to do it. And what I said this time around, we're going to do business not as usual. So for me, I think this particular change on the part of government to see how best we can bring people to vote is in the right direction and the culture of impunity in our country was stopped.
Okay. Thank you so much. It's 9:14. Yes, Honorable Mobile. You can use the next 3-4 minutes and respond to the callers. Mhm. Okay. Mhm. Great, the voice of Sumo Mobile closing us up on the segment of the Truth Breakfast Show 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. Are you looking for that perfect educational institution to nurture your child's academic potential and holistic development? Look no further than the prestigious La Cosa Demonstration School, located on the GSA Road with an extension at the patient shop in Bannersville. The La Cosa Demonstration School is now open for enrollment for academic year 2024-2025, August 1 to September 6. Yeah, what you need to know right now, we are hosting a free vacation school where teachers aspiring from the esteemed college education are giving hands-on teaching experience in our lab school. Students who successfully completed the education school will be exempted from taking entrance exams. But this not all. That's not all. Listen up. If you pay your child's school fees in full between August 1 to the 31st, you will unlock an amazing benefits, including uniform set book bag package with 3 large, medium, and small bags and a dozen of hand cover copybook. Alacosa Demonstration School will renown for your commitment to quality education, a nurturing environment, and academic excellence. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity. Yes, enroll now and your child today and gave them the gift of a bright future. Moses Vlad, the principal, demonstration school. 96.1 the hot and swell library. Let's see who can go for a break. I'm not seeing sports yet. So let's get our commercial break. When we come back, Mac. Yes, our student activities. Yes, we'll be with us in the last segment of the TBL. Let's go for a break. Orange, the fastest moving network. And of course, EchoBank is proud to present the Truth Breakfast Show after this break. Don't go away.
My name is Philip Kumako. I'm in charge of mobile applications for EchoBank. Today, I'd like to talk to you about the EchoBank Express account. Do you know you can open a bank account without having to go visit a bank branch? Do you also know that you can open a bank account without having to fill all the paperwork that is normally associated with opening a bank account? Yes, this is true. This is what the EchoBank Express account offers you. The EchoBank Express account is a digital account that is opened using just your mobile number. This account allows you access to a wide range of banking services that is available today. To open an EchoBank Express account, you have two options. The first option allows you to use a smartphone and the internet to open your Express account. To use this option, you need to visit the Google Play Store or the App Store to look for the EchoBank mobile app and install on your smart device. Once launched, click on the Get Started button. You'll be presented with options to use the app. Since you intend to open an Express account and you are not an existing EchoBank customer, click on No, I'm new to EchoBank. You will then be prompted to select the country in which you want to open the EchoBank Express account. For this test, we will select Ghana and then enter our mobile number. You'll be presented with the option to review the terms and conditions attached to the use of the EcoBank mobile app, as well as our data privacy policy. If you are okay with these, you click on the continue button. We will now prompt you to select how you would want to bank with EcoBank. In this case, you will select Express account. We will automatically send a code to the mobile number you provided to verify your identity. As you can see, the code was just automatically read into the app. And once this was verified successfully, you'll be asked to provide your personal details. I will provide my first name, my middle name, my initials, my surname. I will select my date of birth and then provide my email address. I will select my gender. I will then click on the continue button. I'll be asked to select an ID type to use. In this instance, we will use our mobile number. I will enter my address, and then I can choose to review the terms and conditions associated with the use of the EcoBank Express account. I can then go ahead to create an EcoBank Express account. On the success of the creation of the Express account, customer can then select a 6-digit PIN of their choice for you to use to access the app. You then click on the continue button. To enable you successfully do a PIN reset or change your PIN as necessary, you are asked to provide answers to a number of secret questions. Once completed, click on create profile. You will then be asked to select the option of rewarding someone who referred you if this is applicable. Otherwise, you click on skip. You'll be prompted to allow the app to access some of your contacts and details, and then voila, you will then be able to immediately start transacting using the account. The second option involves the use of your phone, but this time without internet, so you can use the USSD service if it is available in the country where you're located. To do this, you need to dial *326# and follow the prompts, where you would need to again have your mobile number verified and then also provide your personal information. Once this is done, you start having access to the account immediately. What can you use your EcoBank Express account for? Your EcoBank Express account can be used for a wide range of banking services that are available today. You can transfer money from your accounts to other EcoBank accounts. You can transfer money from your accounts to other local banks in the country where your account is resided. You can generate virtual cards, meaning that you can go online and use those cards to make payments for goods and services. You can also generate an Express Cash token, meaning that you can walk to an ATM without a debit card to withdraw money from your Express account. These and a wide range of services are available to customers who open the EcoBank.
Vibes on vibes, pretty mama, you just my type. Your body makes my head to sky. Watching all you, Hakuna Matata. Don't be late when you do sleep my face. I love it when you call me water. Loving up my Mona Lisa. Don't break my heart, baby. Don't tell me lies, baby. I look in my eyes and see you are both deep inside of me. Put up your dress, baby. How am I shy from you? I bet who up this right for me. I miss when you sit back with me. Come in the mood, my baby. Yeah, I wanna ease my stress. Tell me what to do, my baby. Yeah. I want you to come in the mood, my baby. My stress. Tell me what to do, my baby. Yeah. Like I'm fronting, but I can't wait to say hello. And I'm phone and ring just hello. Now my heart only died. Tell me what's up, baby. Please nothing. Your heart I'm knocking. Early in the morning. Tell me 120 on the paper. Make me tell you my mood. Like that's what you do, baby. Do. She said, tell me what you wanna do. And I'm running to you, and I got no excuse. Sorry, don't come in the mood, my baby. Yeah, I wanna ease my stress. Tell me what to do, my baby. Yeah. I wanna come in the mood, my baby. I wanna ease my stress. Tell me what to do, my baby. Yeah. No matter where I go, no matter what I do, no matter who I see, you're the only one. You know what? I give my heart to you, sacrifice you. Keep by your side to the end of time, end of time. Oh yeah, don't break my heart, baby. Don't tell me not to feel. And when you look in my eyes and see you are all deep inside of me. Put up your trust, baby. Now I'm my share from you. And then who are this right for me? And that's when you say back to me. I mean,
What's
Yeah.
going on out there?
You don't know it all. Yes, yes, but a nice song, right?
Mhm.
Yes, in the mood, just it's a nice song. But so let's do this. Thank you so much from Mac, at least Bill Rogers.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's just mixing up with the shift, but it's good that we have with him. We're taking off a few minutes. Bill, you can get the headphones. Those of you listening up, you have been following this guy for a very long time. Bill Rogers, Bill is with us, but Mac Timo will still come on.
Okay.
Yes, the Friday. We Bill, good morning to you. This is the True Breakfast Show. He's a Liberian scholar, a Liberian professor based in the U.S. Yes, I mean it just happened over like this. Bill, good morning to you. How you doing this morning? Yes, what a surprise. Man, you have to get in on. Yes, yes. So, Bill, great. For the benefit of the folks who listen up to you, this someone who used to be in Mangibi County or son. Now you have gone on to the international scene. You say, you have to give back to your country. Yes, it's something very good to see Liberians coming back home to do more for the country. So, just have a formal introduction for those who listen up to you for the very first time. Hmm.
For how long you been out of Liberia?
Mhm, mhm.
Tell us your experience out there.
Yes, in the US, yes. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No.
Great. Yes. Let's go back. Normally, people will travel and just forget about the country. Bill Rogers. I remember having an interview with you some so part last year, at the end of last year. Why is it the interest still have interest giving back to your country? Not many will do so. That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. You're kidnapped and left in the bush to die. Which country was that? In in Mangibi, Bon County. Okay. You're kidnapped, left in the bush. So let's give a reflection of yourself. When you see yourself, I mean, you have gone off from track and field, from athletic now. I mean, you're a professor, a full-time professor in the US. When you have a reflection of yourself, what runs down to your mind, to your country? Mm-hmm. Mhm. Hmm. Hmm. A child was abandoned in the bush. Hmm. Wow. Great. So let's look at what you have given back to your country. I remember last time I had an interview in terms of scholarship. Now people have said yes. God have kept your life for a reason. There is a reason why you didn't die in the bush. Let's give him back to your country in terms of maybe this is the opportunity our Bill Rogers have been able to create for Liberians here back home. You care to talk about it? Mhm. Okay. Okay. Mhm. All right, great. So this is Impromptu. So I mean, those of you follow the radio, you follow of Bill Rogers. Bill is back home. He's back home to his
But
country.
what's the current mission? Why are you here in Liberia?
Okay, okay. Hmm. 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 Okay, okay. Hmm. 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 Okay. Great. Let's get a few reactions from the public.
Mm.
Yes, Bill Rogers. Bill's is doing everything in his own way to give back to his country. Yes, this is something very good. I mean, with your story, I mean, someone could say, "Well, let me just sit back and have some good life." Well, despite he was abandoned in the bush, but now he has grown on to be a phone man and wants to give back to his country. So Bill Rogers, Office of the President, some important document. Distinguished at least, I think we'll have to take some time to go through this. Yeah, sending out to His Excellency. But let's get also Bill Rogers, formerly of Mangivi, still of Mangivi County, 077728596. Y'all talk to your son, man. Mangivians would normally call. Good morning. Yes, hold on. Sorry. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning to the guests in the studio.
Go ahead.
Nigel, BC, Sasa, Scoring Foundation number 6, Consola County. Let me appreciate you. It is lab that we have and go build our country system. More especially, small lives we have educational system. This is the best time we need an expert to come in order to help develop our country, our educational system. So I applaud him for connecting Liberia with his expertise. Those who have found the American educational system, and they are coming to our country to help in a direction. Because if you look at our education system, for the past years, there have been the same old thing going around, the same old thing, the same old curriculums. Nothing has changed. So thank you very much, and I appreciate you for the effort, and God bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let's go to the line. Yes, the female you want to call, you can do so. Good morning. Morning.
Good morning, Marka. Good morning to everyone. My name is Joe Ivani.
We're
Go
listening
ahead.
to you. Please don't hold the line. I mean, the calls are coming back to back. Go ahead. Okay. Yes. Let's pick another call. I mean, no time. No time. No time to waste. Yes. Good morning.
Hello?
You live. Go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, O'Neill.
Yes, you are live on air. Please go ahead.
Morning, O'Neill. Good morning, Marka. And Dr. Bill Rogers, man.
Yes, Bill Rogers.
Dr. Bill Rogers, or just Professor Bill Rogers. Okay, welcome back. And then thank you once again for being a Latino and then try to contribute the quota and whatever situation, more especially given your life stage. I mean, your child that was disrupted once in the bush and becoming a stakeholder, not just a stakeholder, but somebody who will change to such society one way or the other. We appreciate you, I very appreciate you, and we pray that your professors of your day, David Kingway, will make Labrador proud and make and contribute the garbage we do have and needed in Labrador.
Okay.
Let's
Thank you.
go to the
Yes. Let's
female line
the
and see. Good
female line.
morning. Good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, I call from Kenya, and I want to say thank you to your studio guest this morning, and especially what he brought on the platform this morning. Mission in Nigeria towards the education sector. I'm so impressed because I'm a classroom teacher, and everything I have to do with education, I had it supported. So I want to say thank you for giving back to like work in that very special. So thank you also for listening.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Let's get another call on the line at
Maybe we can take a
9:45.
minute to read this.
Yes.
Just a
Let's
minute.
speak this
Yeah.
last caller.
Yes.
Yes. Good morning. Morning. Okay. So let's read. Yes. It's a citation.
Yes, let's read this citation, then we will close up.
Mhm.
So it's Republic of Liberia from the Office of the President, citation by the President to Bill Morgan Rogers, distinguished athlete and sports performance trainer. It says you were born in the forested outer reaches of western coastal Liberia onto the union of illiterate parents. You grew up with four brothers and a sister and soon assumed a leadership role in sustaining the family as the second eldest child. The quest inspired your decision to pursue a career in athletics. after encountering professional track and field athletes in your hometown of Kakata. You entered public school at a very young age where you excelled in soccer and track and field. Although you encountered some setbacks in your academic pursuit, your spirit was not dampened. You went on to make significant achievements, including placement in the World Youth Track and Field Championship in Hungary in 2001. You won double medals at the 2004 African Athletic Championship in Benin. You also pursued a career in sports physical therapy and became a certified athletic trainer in Nairobi, Kenya in 2003. Discovered and encouraged by former Liberian Olympian Dr. Grace N. Duncan, you moved to the United States to further your education. You attended El Camino College in California before moving to Houston Tellurson University in Texas on a full athletic scholarship. There, you earned a Bachelor of Science degree in kinesiology, human performance with top honors in 2009. You simultaneously served as student ambassador and volunteered as an assistant coach. You also earned a Master's of Education in Sports, Recreation, and Fitness Administration in 2021. Earlier, you obtained an Associate of Arts degree in kinesiology from El Paso Community College in 2007. You became a National Alliance for Youth Sports Certified Youth Sports Administrator in 2022. You trained and certified with the Texas Juvenile Justice Department for Youth Safety in 2014. You are a winner of many recognitions and awards such as Best Professor at Houston Tellurson University, Honorary Ambassador to Liberia from Houston Tellurson University, 13th edition of the African Achievers Award. Uh, that's something will drive me out. Parliament, London, Chief Tuazama Iconic Legacy Award 2020, Nelson Mandela Freedom Award, among many outstanding awards. Now, therefore, in consideration of your enormous contributions to Liberia and outstanding achievements in athletics, sports, and physical therapy, I, Joseph Newman Boakai Sr., President of the Republic of Liberia, by virtue of the authority in me vested as Grand Master of the Orders of Distinction of the Republic of Liberia, do hereby admit you, Bill Morgan Rogers, into the Humane Order of African Redemption and confer upon you the grade of Knight Official.
Wow.
Where this is seen with pride and dignity to the glory of God. Accept my congratulations.
Congratulations.
This is a national honor.
Yes, a national honor from His Excellency. Bill, I wish we had more time.
Yeah.
You'll be listening up to the calls. The phones are still banking back and forth. So let's use the next 2 minutes to just close up. Congratulations once more. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm.